Hi, my name is Jayla Robinson. I will be giving you a speech today about the contract of the NFL player Trent Williams. I'm from Baytown, Texas. I play college football here at SFA University. Imagine putting your body on the line every game, every down of every play of an NFL game and getting underpaid as an NFL athlete. That has to suck. Like there's no going back from that. There's no not getting your money back from the past season. Like you want guaranteed money. Guaranteed money is when you have a contract, and your guaranteed money is when you get the money in the contract. Yeah, every contract you don't get all the money. So say if you have $100 million contract, you're not guaranteed to get the $100 million. You might be guaranteed $30 million out of a $100 million contract. So some of the things that go into the contract would be a signing bonus, performance incentives, such as your base salary or your bonus salary, things of that nature. So those four things could go into what makes your contract in general. Good agents such as Trent Williams agents have laid the foundation on what NFL players do today. NFL players do today, they try to have their contract based off guaranteed money. And that makes sense in the long run, because whether you get injured or whether the NFL teams actually cut you, your guaranteed money is you're being paid out regardless of any of those factors. Whenever you don't have guaranteed money, a team could cut you, and whatever your contract is supposed to be, you're not going to get that because you're cut from the team. They're not guaranteed to give you that money. In other words, if they cut you, you're screwed. Which brings me to my next point. Most players only last 3 to 3.5 years in the league, which is not that long when you think about it. But most of that is coming from college sports, so there's a lot of wear and tear on your body naturally anyway. So with it being 3.3, like 3.5 years in the league, that's not that much money, or that's not that much time to get that much money. So what players have did, like with their agents and stuff, they're getting guaranteed money in their contract, which makes sense in the long run for your body and for your family's money. The 49ers and Trent Williams have worked out contracts with their agents for both team flexibility and team safety playerness, like the safety of their players. They take a great pride and deal within doing that within their players. Trent Williams' contract actually has paved the way and a different viewpoint for linemen in general. Now when teams look at linemen, they think of player safety and guaranteed payout for their money. That way they treat linemen and the receivers different in that matter, because receivers and NFL, like linemen, have different skills, different positions, different things they have to do for their body to get in shape for the game. Which brings me to my next point. The Athletics, which is a Sport Illustrated website for teams, they do journals and articles on the NFL and things of that nature. They call his contract the game changer. The game changer, they call it that because it has changed. It has changed not only for the linemen, but for all the positions in the NFL. They changed the way you view the point, like you view a contract now. Then it was like, okay, who can get the most buyout on the money? Who can get the biggest contract in the NFL? Now, after his contract took place, now you're looking at, okay, how much guaranteed money can I get out of my contract? That doesn't include the signing bonuses. That doesn't include the percentages. That doesn't include any of that. So when you're doing this, so say you go into the NFL. You're working on contracts and stuff. You get two different contracts. One of your contracts is for $100 million, but the guaranteed is $20 million. You get another contract from a different team that's for $100 million, but you're guaranteed $55 million. Trent Williams had a similar situation with this, and he went with the guaranteed money. In the long run, he got $55 million out of a $100 million contract and then some. So when you're dealing with these contracts and stuff, it's best to go with the guaranteed money route instead of the big flashy number route. Which brings me to my next point. Trent Williams was signed in 2021 to the 49ers. He had a signing bonus. His contract was $128 million. No, $138 million. Correct me if I'm wrong. $30 million went to his signing bonus, and he had $55.1 million guaranteed. This is some of the bases or some of the base numbers that you would look to have as in a good contract. His agents actually worked with the 49ers team to get this established. And this is why his contract is listed as the game changer. This is not by accident. Why this matters. Linemen are now viewed different for this contract. They're not looked as throwable objects anymore. You have to, in this game, in the day, in the NFL, you have to protect the quarterback. So you want to put most of your money in a good quarterback and a good O-line. D-line comes second. Why? Because your quarterback is going to help you win the game. Yes, defense wins the game, but you have to have a healthy quarterback in order to make the right reads, the right passes, and the right throws in order to get touchdowns. Lastly, I would like to talk about, again, some of the key parts. Signing bonus. Signing bonus comes from the money that you sign after you sign a contract. You get that money for signing with that team on a contract. A base salary comes from is designated money over a period of time for your money out of your guaranteed money of that contract. You're not getting the 55 mil, the 100 mil. You're not getting that up front. That wouldn't be smart because they base the games off your paycheck off the games of that season. After the season is over with, you get no more money for the off season. Performance incentives, such as doing well in the game, having a good game, not giving up no sacks, nothing. You get extra money for that. In the order, that's called percentives. This is some of the main points that I like to present to you in this speech. I thank you for listening to me, having the time to talk about Trent Williams' NFL contract as being a big example of what's going on in today's NFL contracts. I would likely just like to conclude this presentation by saying it's not about what you make in the NFL, but how long you can stay in the NFL with guaranteed money. You don't want to go into the NFL having not guaranteed money and you get hurt and now your family is starving. Now you have to go get a 9-to-5 job and you made it to the NFL. Your end goal would be to get all the guaranteed money. Thank you.